What's going on, guys? My name's Jaime Behar, and today I'm going to be talking about why following your passion is the worst thing you can do. Most entrepreneurs tend to want to follow their passion because they think that following your passion is actually going to make you happy. Don't get me wrong, 100% that's the case, right? We have basketball players, football players, people across sports, musicians, right? They are making millions of dollars and are passionate about what they're doing, but at the same time, we have the other side of people who are following their passion and they're really not getting anywhere. So as a business that runs fully just based off of passion, an actual recipe for success? Well, it can be either or, right? At the end of the day, following your passion isn't just gonna bring you money or success. What really brings you money, success, or whatever you wanna call it, is really bringing in a void into the market, right? So whether that is with music, whether that's teaching, whether that's crypto, right? But as of 6 months ago, crypto was a $2 trillion market cap, right? And 6 months later, it's now $500 billion market cap, right? So you could say that right now, crypto doesn't bring any value, right? But 6 months ago it did. So regardless of that, what really brings you success and what really brings money, I know what I'm proposing might sound counterproductive, but just hear me out a little bit. So I'll give you a personal example of mine. I've always been super into fitness, right? I played sports during high school. I played football. I've been weightlifting for 10 plus years. 6 years ago, I was trying to become a fitness influencer, right? That was my passion. I really felt like I can become one of the biggest fitness influencers in the world. And I really believed that I'd make money from it. I would help people. I would be in shape, right? I'd be able to eat whatever I want because I still would be fit, I would be happy. But I pursued that dream for 2 years to end up getting to a point where I ended up quitting, right? I know you might say, well, maybe if you wouldn't have quit, maybe you would have actually made it, right? And that's actually some advice that I would give people nowadays is that when you're pursuing anything, you're always gonna be this far away from actually fulfilling that goal. That could have been what happened to me, right? But again, just because I stopped myself from finishing that goal, it doesn't mean that it was the best one, right? There's a quote by Tai Lopez. Ever since I heard about this, it's always stuck in my head, right? And it was something that always resonated with me because I didn't want to think 5-10 years from now, you know, what if this is me? What if I'm in those shoes? And I hope I don't chop this up, but basically it goes something like this. Tai Lopez always said, you never want to get good at the wrong thing. Every time I would hear that, I would just stop myself with whatever I was doing and I would think like, is this really the thing that I should be doing? Yes, I'm good at it. Yes, I know I can deliver. But is it really the best thing for me, right? I'll give you another example. I went to school for accounting. I did 4 years of accounting, never became a CPA. I was an enrolled agent. I started a tax business. And the first year that I was doing it, honestly, every single day that I was filing taxes, I was bringing on clients, things were going okay. I would ask myself, am I getting good at the wrong thing? Should I really be doing taxes? Right? There's nothing wrong with taxes. I know a lot of people out there who are making millions of dollars with tax preparation businesses, right? Just think about H&R Block. Who would have thought when H&R Block was created that it was going to become what it was, right? I'm sure that was not the case at the beginning, right? So there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't mean that there's no money in it. Clearly, they followed their passion and H&R Block became what it was. Then there's TurboTax and the list goes on, right? So it's not necessarily about the subject matter. It's just more so about the person and achieving those goals and sticking to it and seeing the long-term vision with it, right? And for me, filing taxes, that vision just didn't fit. It just wasn't there. I didn't feel it in my heart, honestly. And luckily, I chose not to pursue it, right? I finished off a second year, told all my clients I wasn't gonna do this anymore. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something else. Like something else is calling me. For sure, taxes was not my passion, right? For sure, fitness was, but at the same time, I knew there was another calling for me, right? I knew there was another way that I can start generating money and create my first 7-figure business. Now, let's look at some other people, super successful people. Most of you guys know who they are. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Jack Ma. Do you guys really think that when Jeff Bezos was gonna create Amazon, he thought, you know what? I love books. How can I make sure that everybody out in the world has the ability to purchase books? I'm pretty sure that was not the thought that he had when he had the idea of creating Amazon, right? He saw a way bigger vision than that. He wasn't pursuing books. He was pursuing what the internet already was and filling the hole within the internet, right? And that was, how can I deliver all these products to the entire country and now to multiple other countries and now going across the world, right? That was really what it was. His goal wasn't, his passion wasn't books, right? Let's look at Jack Ma. Jack Ma didn't even know what the internet was back in the 90s, right? Jack Ma was a teacher and Jack Ma was pursuing being a teacher, learned about the internet, and now we got Alibaba, right? And there's other people who you might argue and be like, okay, well, maybe that's just a few people, right? There has to be other people out there that follow their passion. Oh, I know who, right? I'm sure some of you guys already are gonna think about this is, what about Elon Musk or even Bill Gates, right? Those are two really good examples. Both of them clearly followed their passion, right? Luckily for Bill Gates, he had access to the computer world at a very early age. He fell in love with it, went all in on it, and the rest is history, right? That's what Microsoft has become what Microsoft is, thanks partly to him, right? Then we got Elon Musk. Elon Musk's passion is to save the world, right? Some people might think, okay, the world doesn't need any saving. You know, why is he trying to colonize Mars? But at the end of the day, every single company he's clearly creating is for his passion of helping out the world, right? Let's make electrical cars. We don't need to use gas. Gas is affecting the world. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. That's not the point, right? The point is that using electricity will actually help, right? Now he's trying to think like, okay, let's go to Mars. Do we really need to go to Mars? I mean, maybe, maybe not. Even if we don't though, what if 50 years from now, there is a comet coming towards our planet, right? And then we do need to move to Mars. I don't know, right? Point is, there's always two sides to the spectrum, right? There's people who follow their passion, make billions of dollars. There's people who don't follow their passion and still make billions of dollars. But if you really look closely, it's not necessarily the passion of a specific thing that got them there, right? It's more so filling the void and that hole in the market of what got them there. That is what brought them to success. When you are filling gaps within the market, the money will come. When you are filling those gaps, you will find your passion within it, if that makes sense, right? So you're not starting the next big company because you like hats or anything, right? You're starting a company, as it's getting built out, you will find your passion within it. Then I know some of you guys are probably gonna be saying like, oh, what about basketball players, right? Well, there's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan clearly followed his passion. And look, I'm sure you guys are gonna be thinking about, well, what about basketball players, football players, right? They all followed their passion and clearly they've made millions of dollars. That's true, 100% true. Keep in mind though, there's a lot of professional players out there that don't make a lot of money. WNBA, for example, this might be a little bit controversial, but a lot of people tend to think that WNBA players and women in the MLS should be getting paid the same as male players, right? People as WNBA players should be getting paid the same as NBA players, and the MLB players should be getting paid as, I might be messing this up, but women in the MLB, right? I actually disagree with that, right? The sole reason, do people deserve to get paid the same? Yes, but you don't choose if you deserve that. You know who chooses who deserves what? Is the audience. The audience that is watching the games, the audience that's paying to go see you play is who chooses how much you're worth, right? And this doesn't mean that women are not valuable. Of course they're valuable, right? Some people would argue that they're more valuable than men. That's a different conversation, right? But the point here is the reason why NBA players will make more than WNBA players is because 10 times more people are willing to go see the NBA players. That is the only reason. So people might argue and say like, oh, they should be getting paid the same. Yes, that's true, but why don't you go see WNBA games then, right? NBA games will get 10 times the viewership, they spend more money, they buy more jerseys. That is how the NBA players get paid. The teams are able to pay them that much money because they are making that much money. They are making that much money because us, the consumers, are willing to pay that much, right? Again, it is based on demand. It is based on the hole that you're filling in the marketplace, right? And this hole in this specific situation is entertainment. That's all it is. Entertainment is filling that gap. People love entertainment. Entertainment gets eyeballs, and once you get eyeballs, the money comes in. The money will come in one way or another, and that's in every aspect of things, right? It can be entertainment, it can be cars, it can be computers, the internet, it doesn't matter. You have to fill a void, you have to fill in that hole to bring in that demand. When the demand comes, the money will come in. It's that simple. Look, don't get me wrong, I think creating a business with your passion could be one of the best things ever, right? Again, Bill Gates, right? But you can't just go off and start a business just based on your passion and think you're gonna make money, right? There's a lot of more things that come with it, and there's a lot of questions you have to ask yourself to see if you can even compete with other people out there, right? If you're somebody who's passionate about recycling, right? You're not just simply gonna start recycling, start a business, start collecting cans, and you're gonna make millions of dollars. It's not that simple, right? There's a lot of things within a business that you have to look at to see if is this even scalable, right? What are going to be my bottlenecks with this business? Who can I bring in to help me? Who has the experience to do this type of stuff? Who's my competition, right? What is my actual goal? Do I want to pick up all the trash from the ground? Do I want to pick up the trash from the ocean? Do I want to help a third world country that's filled with trash that nobody ever picks up because they don't have that type of infrastructure, right? There's different types of businesses within the recycling business, and each of those different businesses have different questions you have to ask and find solutions to be able to make a lot of money and make a difference in the world, right? Again, you can follow that passion, you can start that business, and you can make a lot of money. But if you're not able to answer all those questions and really figure out what your goal is and who you're really trying to help and how you're gonna help, and again, fill all the answers and all the questions that are pending, you're not gonna get anywhere. It's just that simple again. So I know I'm oversimplifying things and people might think like, okay, it's a lot harder than that. You know, maybe it is a lot simpler than that. To each its own. But honestly, if you truly wanna have a happy life or make millions of dollars following your passion, most likely it's not gonna happen, right? You have to be able to merge those two. If you cannot merge them, you will not succeed. And one last reason why I don't think you should be following your passion is simply because if you're following your passion within a business, it ends up becoming the sole focus and you're actually not able to make it happen, you can very likely get to a point where you won't like your passion anymore, right? If that is your sole focus, your sole goal, and you're exhausted every day, you're trying to make ends meet, you're barely able to pay rent, right? All you do is think about this business. All you do is think about this one thing that you love and are passionate about, but you just can't make it happen. What's gonna happen? Right? Just like anything else. You keep hitting a wall, you're probably gonna quit. You keep hitting a wall, you're probably not gonna like it anymore, right? If you're trying to lose weight, for example, you keep going to the gym, but you're not losing weight, what you're gonna do, you're probably gonna quit. You're gonna be like, oh, the gym doesn't work, right? You're gonna fall out of love from the gym, right? Imagine if that was your passion. Imagine you're following your passion, thinking you're trying to make a change, but it is so stressful, so tiring, and financially hard that you actually stop liking it. Then what, right? So that is the other downside to that. Even when considering attempting to follow your passion and combining with a business, you have to think about those things, right? Are you really okay with not pursuing that anymore? Are you really okay with falling out of love from that? And I believe that, example, people who are musicians who are hitting those walls, they tend to hit that a lot, right? Not every musician out there ever makes it. There's a ton of musicians out there that are probably better than even the ones that currently exist that are famous right now, but they're not known. Nobody knows them. They haven't found the right person yet. What if you try so hard and you create so many songs, you sing for so long, or if you're an artist and you're painting and painting and painting after 10, 20, 30 years, you just don't seem to get it. You could end up living a miserable life. Some people might argue like, is he really living a miserable life? Is she really living a miserable life? That's their passion. They love doing that. Yeah, but they're barely living. They're barely making ends meet. Is that really worth it? Maybe, right? We have the creator of KFC. KFC was created when Colonel Sanders was 76 years old or 72 years old. He was in his 70s, right? Maybe you can ask him now if was it worth it? Maybe it was, right? But those are just things that you got to think about. And if you can find a way to mesh the two, 100% it's possible. I still believe though that there's always a different way to make things happen. Now don't get me wrong, following your passion is essential to everybody's lives. Following our passion keeps us happy, right? It keeps us motivated. It makes us want to get up every single day and make things happen. So by all means, follow your passion. We all need to follow our passion, whether it's in business, whether it's in your personal life. Now again, following your passion and trying to mix it with business sounds like an amazing idea. Sounds like, you know, I can maybe make a lot of money by doing something that I love. Maybe, but at the same time, I believe you should be guarding what you're passionate about to be able to remain happy with it and continue doing it every single day so that you never have to get to a burnt out stage where you end up not loving it. So if you want to build wealth and keep living every single day, following your passion, the things that you love, and not mixing it with business, I highly suggest you create a company, a business, something that makes a change and builds a void in the marketplace that can help you generate a ton of money. And maybe it's with your passion and maybe it's not. At the end of the day, thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting as much information as I can help you guys. Everything that I've learned over the last 5 years and everything that I will continue to learn, I will just dump it on YouTube and hopefully it can help somebody make a massive change in their life. Thank you guys. If you guys have any more questions, click the link below so you can learn how to partner with us and create passive income.